So welcome along, Amy du Plessis from Christchurch, I think, aren't you today?
Yes, yep.
Yeah, and obviously we're right in the throes of getting ready for the inaugural season with Matatu. How are preparations going for that?
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. We've had 2 camps so far. Our first one was just a connection-based camp, so we we weren't on the grass. We just focused on kind of getting our team together. There's 9 girls out of the region, so just welcoming them and making them feel part of the team. Going through our values, which is they're called Matatutanga. That's our pronunciation for our values. And then we did some team activities, which was really cool. And then last weekend we did our first team training, which was awesome. So things are tracking really well, but obviously we do have limited time, so things are quite rushed. But everything's going really well so far.
Nice. And what I should have started with was huge congratulations, because this week the news came out that you and also Amy Rule, another Southlander, included in that Black Ferns contracted squad. I mean, it must be a great space to be in now to be able to move into that semi-pro professional sort of space.
Oh, absolutely. It's still such a, I guess, privilege, and we just think every day how lucky we are to be in this position. Just to be able to dedicate all of our time to training and just our recovery as well. It's just been huge, and we can see massive growth as well from within ourselves, but actually our teammates as well, just being full time. So yeah, it's an awesome space to be in, and yeah, very, very lucky.
What do you think what will it mean for you as an athlete? I mean, were you having sort of a bitsy time of little jobs or study and that sort of thing?
Yeah, definitely. I was just part-time working at placemakers, which I didn't really enjoy. And so for me, it's just really cool that I can dedicate all my time to rugby. We do get like a PD day once a week, which is something that we need to try and find what we like outside of rugby, which is really cool. But for me, yeah, it just means that I can really try and push to the absolute limits and dedicate my time to being the best that I can be. And then I guess the big piece around that is also the recovery stuff, having the time to actually have a day off and go and do yoga, go get massages. And, that piece is really crucial for getting out optimal performance. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Just to throw way back, I mean, you were born in South Africa and
Yep.
I think shifted to Invercargill when you were about 7. Do you remember much about
Yep.
that shift?
To be fair, like there's bits of South Africa that I definitely remember a lot of, and then I do remember like my first day. My grandfather lived here, and he had a dairy farm. And my first day, just driving up the driveway and seeing all the calves, and yeah, I was just so ecstatic. I just could not believe that we had come here. But um, yeah, I guess it was quite daunting just going to like school for my first time and being in a different country. So parts of it I do definitely remember, but would not look back. We absolutely love it here, and just the opportunities to grow as a person with sport and life is just huge.
And were you from a rugby family, or was that more of a girls' high program thing?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like my dad played rugby, but wasn't professional or anything, and my brother didn't even play. So it definitely is, like I say, it's a Southland girls thing, and the opportunities that we get in New Zealand for rugby with girls is huge, and that's only growing, which is really cool and exciting to see. But yeah, Southland girls had an amazing program, and to be fair, all my success really comes down to them. So.
And I think back to those years and that midfield combination you had with Alina Saley. I mean, you guys must have carved up, eh?
Well, she carved up. I was just there to help her out. But yeah, so cool. I will always remember those days. And like, look at her now. She's an absolute star. So it's a real privilege to have played against her. Played with her alongside her.
And you've obviously, I mean, you've found success. You found success there. You found success with Otago, with the Spirit, also with Canterbury. Scored a lot of tries up there through into the probables, the Black Ferns. You must be pretty stoked with the way that rugby's gone.
Yeah. Oh, so stoked. I mean, for me, I don't have too much behind rugby, so I kind of just told myself, if this is not all I've got, but if this is where I'm dedicating my time, I need to make a good job of it. So to be fair, I've just been really dedicated to try my best and just, absolutely leave everything out there. And so, yeah, I'm really happy with how things have gone. I was pretty disappointed that I didn't make the team to go away at the end of the year, but I think I grew a lot from that. And to be fair, it's probably a privilege that I didn't. Because yeah, I've grown as a person. I got a really cool opportunity to go and train with the Sevens team for 5 weeks, the Black Fern Sevens, and yeah, just had some massive growth there. So yeah, you obviously have highs and lows with your rugby, but yeah, it's definitely a lot of highs.
Yeah, I was thinking about that in terms of not making the tour. Is it more of a sort of a speed bump situation, a chance to sort of reflect?
100%, definitely. And I think it's different. Everyone takes things differently. But for me, it was just a time to reflect and then how can I get better now? And for me, I thought, the girls are on tour training playing, whereas I've got about a 8-week block of I can just train and do everything I can to be better in the space that I wasn't. So for me, I actually found it as an opportunity to grow and get better.
What are the bits about the game that you really love?
I do like the defensive part of it. I enjoy like the physicality, but I also enjoy just having the ball in hand and having a go. But I guess foremost, yeah, the culture of the girls, and I've got so many friends that are from rugby and also all like throughout New Zealand, because it's just the connections that you make. So for me, it's also the off the field, yeah, just those friends, the friendships and the connections you make with people is huge.
Yeah, actually, you talked a little bit about that before, and I guess it's a similar environment. You've got your Canterbury head coach, don't you,
Yeah.
Blair there as well. But is it about, have you deliberately sort of looked to set up this is a different team, isn't it, in a different situation?
Yeah, absolutely. The Matatu you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%. I think it's really cool to keep it, different. Like this is Super Rugby. It's another step up. It's a semi-professional environment. So things have definitely changed, and it's really cool to have the injections of other people around New Zealand. And we've also got 2 Australia girls, which is really cool, just to bring, something different, a bit of a spark. But yeah, at the same time, there's a core of us that are all, really good friends and have been here for a while. But yeah, it is definitely a different scene, and yeah, it's that next step up to being, professional. So.
and I know players don't like to look too far down the road, but there is a wee event happening in, hopefully in October.
Yeah.
That must be a big carrot, hey?
Oh, 100%. That's my absolute goal. I want to be playing in that team and making a massive impact. So that's where I'm heading. And yeah, obviously got a lot of work to do before that, but that's the big goal.
Yeah, I mean, a Rugby World Cup in your home country doesn't get
Yeah.
much
Does
better than that.
No, not at all.
What do you think in terms of your game? Like, what are the bits that you're looking to improve?
For me, it's just making sure that I do my core roles really well. So just, like my defense, dominant tackles, on attack, just making sure that I'm really good under pressure, like my passing, my decision making. And then just trying to bring like a kicking game into my game this year. So that's something that I really want to try and, bring in to make myself a triple threat. But yeah, what I've thought is just trying to do my core roles really, really well.
Cool, awesome. Well, we'll keep an eye out for all of that sort of stuff when so I mean I guess it's just that great that progression of the game, the elevation of the game, it's,
And
televised and it's just at another level, isn't it?
yeah, oh, definitely. It's really, really exciting for women's rugby. Like every game's going to be televised. Yeah, we're being treated like athletes, which is really, really cool. It's so exciting. And for the generation coming up, this is a huge pathway for people now, for young girls. So to just try and inspire them is huge.
Awesome, fantastic. You're doing a great job. Hey, all the best for the rest of the season, Amy du Plessis.
Thank you so much.